She locked the door behind her and smiled, but it wasn't the kind of smile that made you feel safe. It was the kind that made my stomach twist. I was 12 when it happened. My parents worked from sunrise to sunset selling goods at the market, so they left me home alone most of the time. Our neighbor, Aunty Bola, was like family, or at least that's what everyone said. She always helped out, brought food over, and sometimes even braided my hair when I was bored. She's like your second mother, my mom used to say, but Auntie Bola wasn't like my mom. It started small. She'd ask me to come to her house after school because no child should be alone all day. I thought she was just being nice. She'd make me food and let me watch TV in her living room. Sometimes she'd even give me money to buy sweets. One day she asked me to help her clean her room. I didn't think much of it, it was just a room. But when we got inside, she closed the door and locked it. You're growing up now, she said, her voice sweet but strange. You need to learn how to be helpful to adults. She sat on the bed and told me to stand in front of her. My heart started beating fast, but I didn't know why. She said things I didn't understand, things that made me feel confused and scared. Then she touched me. I tried to pull away, but she held my wrist tight. Her grip was stronger than I expected, and her voice was calm, like nothing was wrong. Don't worry, she said. This is just between us. After that day, I avoided her house, but she always found a reason to call me back. She'd tell my parents how much she loved taking care of me, and they believed her. Be good to Auntie Bola, my dad would say. She's sacrificing her time for you. I started lying. I tell my parents I had school projects or extra lesson, anything to avoid being alone with her. But she didn't like that. One evening, she cornered me outside and whispered, don't think you can escape me. If you tell anyone, I'll tell them you're lying. Who do you think they'll believe? She was right. Who would believe me, a child? It went on for months until one day she slipped up. My mom came home early from the market and found me in Auntie Bola's house, crying in the corner of her room. She didn't understand at first, but when I finally told her, everything changed. My parents stopped talking to Auntie Bola. They started leaving me with a different neighbor whenever they worked late, but the damage was done. I still hear her voice sometimes, that calm, sweet voice that made everything feel wrong. I wonder how many other kids she's helped over the years, and I wonder if anyone ever believed them either.